Welcome to NBA Now by Chat Sports, all things Lakers. I'm Hannah Kulik, aka Laker Han. You can follow me on Twitter at Hannah_Kulik and on Instagram at Hannah Rose Kulik. Now today we are going to be discussing 5 cheap veteran free agent 3-point shooters that the Lakers could possibly pick up in free agency. Now as we all know, the Lakers only have Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, and LeBron James on their roster currently going into this next season, so they essentially have to put together an entire new roster of players. And one of the Lakers' biggest weaknesses that we all kind of knew going into last season, but the front office completely ignored, was the fact that last season the Lakers really didn't have any 3-point shooting, and that really hurt the team. As we saw, they were ranked near the bottom in 3-point shooting, and it was really one of our biggest problems and struggles with the entire season, especially with a player like LeBron James, who needs those wing players who can knock down those threes as he draws into the lane and draws all the defenders to him. That is going to be one of the biggest things that the Lakers are going to have to look to improve on this summer. So yes, I know all eyes are on the big star free agents, but honestly, signing some of these cheap veteran 3-point shooters is, in my opinion, just as important for the entire team when looking at the bigger picture. So let's take a look at some of these veterans. Before we do, I do want to rule out some of the more obvious choices just because A, I think they may be too expensive, like JJ Redick, or B, I just think they are a little bit too old to come join the purple and gold now and are a little bit past their prime. Players like Trevor Ariza and Wayne Ellington, unfortunately. But with those players now put aside, let's get into our top 5 cheap veteran free agent 3-point shooters that the Lakers should look to acquire this summer. Kicking off our list today, coming in at number 5, we have a familiar face for us Laker fans, and that is Reggie Bullock. Now, Reggie Bullock was traded to the purple and gold this past season in that Svi Mykhailiuk trade that sent Svi to the Detroit Pistons. Reggie is a shooting guard, which is obviously a position that the Lakers need to look to fill this summer, and he is an outstanding 3-point shooter. On his career, he has averaged 39.4% from 3. When he did join the Lakers, we saw his percentage go down a little bit. He shot about 34.3% from 3, but obviously, you know, when he joined the Lakers, they were in a complete free fall and no one was really playing well, and there is no need to not believe that with a new head coach, an entire training camp under his belt, there's no reason to believe that he will not be a great 3-point shooter again for the Lakers and could be a player that could really help us. Plus, he would also be a cheap player, so he would fill that shooting guard need and fill that need for a knockdown 3-point shooter. So coming in at number 5 is Reggie Bullock, but I'm curious, do you guys think the Lakers should take another chance on Reggie and bring him back next season? Type Y for yes or type N for no down below. Now, before we move on to our other free agent 3-point shooters, I want to take a quick second to remind you all to hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you are subscribed to the Chat Sports YouTube page, and also make sure you are subscribed to the new Chat Sports Lakers YouTube channel. That link will be down there as well for you guys. It's going to be an extremely exciting offseason for us Laker fans, and I want to make sure you don't miss a single second of it. So make sure you are subscribed to both the Chat Sports YouTube channel and the new Chat Sports Lakers YouTube channel as well. Okay, moving on to number 4 on our list, we have Darren Collison. Now, it's interesting because when you think of Darren Collison, I don't think a lot of people really think of him as this big 3-point shooter, but he is actually a terrific 3-point shooter. On his career, he has averaged 39% from 3, and actually the last 4 seasons, he's averaged 40% or better from 3, and that is a very high shooting percentage. 40% from 3, that's pretty darn good. That can definitely help the Lakers in many ways, but another reason he could really help the Lakers is the fact that he is a point guard, and obviously the Lakers need to look to pick up another point guard this summer, whether it be a guy who comes off the bench or a starter in case Lonzo Ball gets injured. As we all know, unfortunately, Lonzo has a little bit of a track record of not being able to stay healthy for an entire season, and Darren Collison has not only been a great reserve point guard in the league, but he has also been a good starting point guard in the league. So having a guy like Collison on the purple and gold could ensure that no matter what happens with Lonzo, we will have a good backup or starting point guard who can knock down that three-point shot. Okay, let's talk about our number 3 guy, because coming in at number 3, we have Bojan Bogdanovic. Now, Bogdanovic has been bounced around in the league a little bit, but he has really excelled these past 2 seasons with the Indiana Pacers. He's a 6'8" small forward, so that could create a little bit of problems because, as us Laker fans know, the Lakers are already pretty log jammed at that small forward position, being that it's the position that both Kyle Kuzma, Brandon Ingram, and also LeBron James prefer to play. But the reason that Bogdanovic is coming in at number 3 on our list is because he is a terrific three-point shooter. On his career, he has averaged about 39% from 3. And this past season, he actually ranked 12th in the NBA in three-point shooting, averaging 42.5% from 3. So that is a very high percentage. He also averaged 20 points per game last season, so that's something that could really help the Lakers out. And he really is a terrific player that could add a lot to this team, but we do have that problem with him being a small forward, and we already are a little bit jammed to that position. And also, another problem that Bogdanovic has when joining the purple and gold is the fact that he has been a starter for the Indiana Pacers the last 2 seasons, so I'm not convinced he's going to want to come and play off the bench. But if he does, he would be a great addition to this squad next season. But I'm curious, if the Lakers do pick up a Bogdanovic, do you think he should start, or do you think he should come off the bench? If you think start, type start down below, and if you think bench, type bench down below. Obviously, if the Lakers pick up Bogdanovic, and if we still have Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, and then of course LeBron James, I think Bogdanovic has to come off the bench. But what do you think? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, before we move on to our top 2 free agent three-point shooters that the Lakers should try to pick up this summer, I want to take a quick second to remind you guys to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. It's going to be a very exciting summer for us Laker fans, so whether or not you are just looking to keep up to date with all things Lakers, or if you are looking to also get in shape this summer, I also love to post workout videos and fitness tips on my Instagram as well. So make sure to give me a follow on Twitter at Hannah_Kulik and on Instagram at HannahRoseKulik. Okay, let's talk about this number 2 guy, because coming in at number 2, we have a Curry. But we are not talking Steph Curry. Coming in at number 2 today, we have Seth Curry. Now, it must obviously be hard for Seth to have Steph Curry as your brother. He's known as one of the best players in the league right now, one of the best shooters the NBA has ever seen. But the fact of the matter is Seth Curry is a pretty darn good shooter himself. This past season, he was a very valuable member of the Portland Trail Blazers. He really kind of led the charge for them in the playoffs. He averaged playing about 19 minutes per game and shot 45% from 3, which was actually the NBA's 3rd best three-point shooter last season. So he is a terrific shooter. He is a shooting guard, which, like I mentioned earlier, is a spot that the Lakers need to fill this summer. It's honestly one of the most important positions that they do fill. And in my opinion, Seth Curry would just be a great pickup for the Lakers. He really would be that ideal fit for us, because not only is he not going to demand a huge salary, he can come play for us for cheap. He's that shooting guard, like I just mentioned, the spot that the Lakers need to look to fill. He's a terrific three-point shooter, and he's already used to coming off the bench, so there's not going to be any drama in that sense. Now, obviously, when talking about the Curry brothers, you wish it was Steph Curry coming to the Lakers, but honestly, if the Lakers were to pick up Seth Curry, I would be pretty excited about it, and I think he could really have a great impact with this team and really help us in a lot of ways. So Seth Curry, look for the Lakers to look to try to maybe talk to him about joining the purple and gold this summer. Would be that perfect ideal fit for us, that great sharp shooting guard that we really do need. Now, speaking of players who would be an ideal fit for the purple and gold to pick up this summer, let's talk about our number 1 guy, because coming in at number 1 today, we have Danny Green. Now, Danny Green would be the ideal fit for the purple and gold as that backup shooting guard. He is known for his three-point shooting. This past season for the Toronto Raptors, he actually ranked 2nd in the NBA in three-point shooting. He averaged 45.7 36.5% from three. We actually had a pretty nice sample size because he was also averaging 5 3-point shot attempts per game. He knocked down 198 threes in total this past season, so he is a terrific 3-point shooter. He is also an excellent wing defender, which is something that the Lakers could desperately use. And it's funny because a lot of people just thought that Danny Green was kind of this throw-in in the whole Kawhi Leonard trade that happened last summer, but he has really proven to be a vital part of Toronto's success. So I don't know if he's going to leave Toronto, but if he does, the Lakers should desperately try to pick him up because he would be a perfect fit for the purple and gold. He's that shooting guard, the spot that we have to fill. Terrific 3-point shooter, second best in the NBA in 3-point shooting actually. Great wing defender, and of course already used to coming off the bench, but who even cares about that when you have all of the other skills that Danny Green possesses. He truly has to be the #1 player that the Lakers need to look to pick up in terms of a cheap veteran who can knock down that three. Okay, now that is going to conclude our list today, but I am curious, out of all of these players that I mentioned, we had #5 Reggie Bullock, #4 Darren Collison, #3 Bojan Bogdanovic, #2 Seth Curry, and of course #1 Danny Green. Which player would you be most excited to see rocking that purple and gold next summer? Which player would you think would be the best fit with the Lakers this next season? I personally think that it's going to come down to Seth Curry or Danny Green for me. I don't know if those players are the most realistic for the Lakers being able to pick up this summer, but I think when you look at those guys, they are the perfect fit for the purple and gold. They are both shooting guards, they are both terrific 3-point shooters, and they are both good defenders. So I think that those are going to be my top 2, but I'm curious, who do you think would be the best fit for the Lakers this next season? Do you guys think that there's another player out there maybe that I didn't even mention that would be a better fit for the Lakers this next season? Comment down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, don't forget to subscribe to Chat Sports here on YouTube and subscribe to the new Chat Sports Lakers channel. Don't forget to give this video a double thumbs up if you liked it. And until next time, Laker Han is out. Bye guys!